Transversal project. The transversal project is a project completely dedicated to the awareness of the separation of waste. The objectives to be met were that the students of CETIS 17 knew the importance of waste separation, how it helps the environment and makes it easier to use the 3 Rs. We knew it was not an easy task, but with a love for and dedication, the fourth semester students set out to achieve it. The transversal project from our perspective consisted of several steps, steps in which a lot of effort was put into achieving these objectives. The first stage consisted of taking evidence of what the city 17 was like before the implementation of the waste cans, how the cans were filled and how they steered all the waste. In the second stage, the subject of English consisted of the realization of waste cans by teams. Cans were implemented with colors that represented each waste. Red for inorganic waste, blue for waste of plastic bottles, and yellow for waste of paper. Here it was a process of several days in which the corresponding layers had to be cut, painted, and pasted. It was a team effort where several people were involved, so it was a This step also included the realization of a poster that had an attractive phrase that has to do with the environment. This poster was placed in a strategic place so that it could be in view of several people. In this step, our experience was thoroughly tedious to have so much to do, but in the end we were able to achieve it and get the balls and the poster in perfect condition. The third phase was with the subject of differential calculus. Here we dedicated ourselves to weighing the waste of different areas of the school for a week. With a scale we weighed waste bags, and based on that we made a function and graph. This step was the one we enjoyed the most because we discovered how people were to carry out research that has to do with an environmental problem.
The fourth step in the subject of ecology was to make brigades that could go to a classroom with the students. This with the intention of letting students know the importance of separating waste, how waste should be separated, and our objectives to achieve with these projects. From there, our experience was to feel that feeling that we were getting students to help us in the project. It was a nice experience that was leaving the group. The fifth step in the subject of English consisting of delivery of boats to the different classrooms of the campus, as well as putting the boats in different strategic areas. Here several classmates went and ordered the waste cans to the students of the classroom. It was an experience where expectations were created that the project began to start. The sixth step in the matter of differential calculus consisting in monitoring the implementation of the weight cans. Here was the most complicated step. For a period of 1 week. We have to verify that the waste was in place both in the morning and in the afternoon. If the waste was not in place, we have to move it to its corresponding place. We also crushed the bottles that we uncrushed. We removed the lids to take them to blacksmith shop and the liquids. We also gave small talks to people who were passing by so that knew how it had to be accommodated and also help us improve the condition of the boats. We decided to put a poster of instruction that will help the young people identify the separation of waste. Here it was an experience of disappointment because we saw how the project was not being achieved. The students did not care and did not accommodate the waste where they should. Nor did they take the trouble to do it correctly, so we end this project with an extremely bitter taste when we realized that. We believe that the results were not as we expect, but nevertheless we have hope that at least one person was born that initiative of waiting to help this cause more. The proposal that we not only debate but also conclude are that it would be best to give a conference to students on the subject and at the same time encourage them to carry out these activities. In this way, we believe the students will be more willing to help the cause and we will achieve our goals. This project was something very nice and really difficult to do for us. It was a unique experience in which we talk a lot about the care of the environment. We hope that we been able to raise awareness among more people and that the use of this measure for this contribution to the planet continues to be promoted.